Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, something always gets in your way? If this story touches your heart, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for more stories that change the way we see life. Now ask yourself, what if the biggest barrier to your success isn't the world, your surroundings, or bad luck, but you? Once upon a time in a quiet valley village, there lived a young man named Aaron. Aaron was ambitious and wanted to do something great with his life. But every time he faced a new challenge, he stopped before he even tried. When he wanted to learn to farm, he looked at the hard ground and told himself, "I'm not strong enough, I'll fail." When he tried to build a small wooden house, his tools broke once, and he gave up, thinking, "I'm just not built for craft work." Aaron blamed everyone around him. He blamed the soil, the weather, and his old tools. He felt angry that others were moving forward while he stayed stuck in the exact same spot year after year. Deep down, Aaron was miserable. He carried a heavy weight inside his chest, constantly asking himself why life felt like an uphill battle he was destined to lose. One rainy evening, Aaron sat by the edge of the river, staring hopelessly at the rushing water. An old master builder from a neighboring town approached him. The old man was calm and wise, respected by everyone who knew him. He sat beside Aaron and asked quietly, "My son, why do you look at the river with so much anger?" Aaron sighed, "Because the world keeps stopping me. Every time I try to do something new, an obstacle stands in my way and proves I can't do it." The old man smiled gently. "Come to my workshop tomorrow at sunrise. I will introduce you to your greatest enemy." The next morning, Aaron arrived at the workshop. The master handed him a heavy canvas bag and pointed to a path leading up a steep, rocky hill. "Take this bag to the top of the hill," the master instructed. "Inside are heavy stones. Every time you think a thought of self-doubt, every time you tell yourself, 'I don't know how' or 'I can't do this,' pick up a stone from the ground and add it to the bag." Aaron began walking. At the first steep step, he thought, "This is too hard," and picked up a heavy rock. A few yards later, he thought, "I'm going to trip," and added another. Halfway up the hill, the bag was so heavy Aaron collapsed onto his knees, gasping for air. He couldn't move another step. The master walked up beside him, picked up the bag, and poured the stones out onto the dirt. "Look at what stopped you, Aaron," the master said gently. "The hill did not stop you. The stones you picked up yourself are what crushed your strength." Aaron looked at the pile of rocks, his face warm with realization. The master leaned in and said, "When you say I can't, you close your mind and lock the door. You make yourself your own enemy. Your mind accepts failure before your hands even attempt the work. Instead of saying, 'I don't know how to do this,' shift your heart and ask, 'How can I learn this?' The power of learning is the antidote to self-sabotage. A mind that chooses to learn does not see obstacles as walls, it sees them as lessons. When you stop protecting your ego from failure and start seeking knowledge, your enemy becomes your greatest ally." Aaron walked down the hill slowly, repeating the master's words in his head. That night, he made a decision to change the inner conversation in his mind. The next day, he decided to try woodworking again. When his blade slipped and ruined a piece of timber, the old voice whispered, "See? You're terrible at this." But Aaron paused. He took a deep breath and replaced the thought, "No. I just haven't mastered the angle yet. How can I learn to cut this correctly?" He spent the afternoon practicing the cut over and over. He made mistakes, but instead of walking away, he examined them. By evening, he had carved a simple, clean wooden spoon. Over the coming months, Aaron approached every obstacle as a student rather than a victim. When he struggled with farming, he asked local experts for advice. When his tools broke, he learned how to forge stronger iron. Years went by, and Aaron grew into one of the most respected craftsmen in the valley. The obstacles in life hadn't vanished, he simply stopped carrying the weight of self-doubt along the journey. Now think about your own life. How many times have you stopped yourself before even giving your dreams a real chance? How many heavy stones of self-doubt are you carrying in your bag right now? The next time you face a wall, remember, you are not defeated by the wall, but by the belief that you cannot climb it. Shift your mindset from "I can't" to "What do I need to learn?" Stop being your own enemy. Open your mind, embrace the process of learning, and let your growth speak for itself. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe for more stories that change the way we see life. Thank you for listening.